Hi, in this project, as the name suggests, we will be predicting the class of the mushroom, and the classes are divided onto the basis of if the mushroom is edible or poisonous. Then we will develop a web application based on this machine learning model and deploy it on Heroku. So let's understand what all we will be doing in this project. So there is this data set of mushrooms, okay, and this data set includes description of hypothetical samples corresponding to 23 species of guild mushrooms in the Agaricus and Lepotia family mushrooms. Now each species is identified as definitely edible or definitely poisonous and not recommended well for eating. Now we will be using this dataset to predict if the said mushroom is edible or not. Next, let's understand the details for the project. Now the project is divided into three parts. The first part being building a machine learning model to predict if the mushroom is edible or not. Now the second is where we will be building a web application using the framework Django. There we are going to mount this prediction model. The last part is where we will be deploying the Django project on Heroku through GitHub. Now the machine learning model. So we start off with building a machine learning model, and we use a random forest classifier model and train that model using the mushroom data points or our mushroom dataset. Now one thing to note is that this dataset has only categorical columns present. So for feature engineering and exploratory data analysis, we will be using label encoder to get the data ready for fitting it into the model. Now this label encoder actually understands about the categorical data and then converts the categorical data into a numerical representation, which then can be used later on. Now the Django web app. Now this web application is the second part of the course, and we will be using framework Django to build this web application. We will mount the model we built in the previous part of the Django project now. The last part was deploying on Heroku. So this is the last part of the course where we'll be deploy the Django application on Heroku using the connections to GitHub. Now let's start with the first part of this project where we will be building the machine learning model.